plaintiff, Alana Davis, says the defendant knew she was bisexual when they started dating, and she admits that she briefly left the defendant for a woman. However, she claims after she got back together with the defendant, he went to jail, and she's suing him today for failing to pay off a vehicle. Defendant Antonio Moore admits that he had trust issues with Alana after she cheated on him with a woman. Antonio insists there was never a payment agreement regarding the vehicle.
Start with you.
Okay, Antonio and I were best friends. He was the first one of the first people that I told about my bisexuality, and it was cool until up to a year later after when we got together, and it seemed like it was a problem because I wanted to look at women and he thought it was a problem, but he was looking at women, so I didn't see a big deal in it.
That's right.
So I went away to school in 2010, and I decided, you know what, I just want to date a woman. So I told him about it. He was heartbroken, but then I ended up cheating on her with him. So in August 2012.
Why'd you have to cheat?
I don't know. I guess I just wanted this old thing back.
You couldn't get them to agree?
No.
On the situation? Go ahead.
And so we got back together August 2012, and the very next day he got arrested for a felony of a gun charge, and which he took the fall for somebody else as well. And I stayed by his side, wrote letters, went to go visit him, received his phone calls, and he got out of jail. He was released out of jail January 2013, and I was still by his side and helping him get back on his feet, trying to help him find a job. And when he did find a job, that's when I went and got him a car so he could travel back and forth.
Okay, let me get some background from you, sir.
I can start off by saying that me and Alana, we was together for a little while, about 5, 6 years on and off. On and off was basically due to me because of trust issues with Alana. I ain't really trust her after, she left me for a girl or whatnot. So also I didn't really feel like her family would approve of me because of my background or whatnot. Certain, run-ins with, police.
You had several?
Yeah, several, like just one main one, but I had several, like traffic violations and weed tickets and stuff like that. So yeah, the one she spoke on, that was the main one.
Why did you feel they wouldn't accept you?
Because they were good people. Not saying I'm not a good person, but I just felt like they probably didn't want that for their daughter or whatnot, a guy with a background or whatnot. So we actually had
You just felt that way. They didn't show you that.
Well, I mean, she showed me we had to hide our relationship for like a year.
Why?
She didn't really want her mom to know she was with me. So whenever her mom would be like, who you on the phone with? Oh, it's my homegirl or something like that.
Is that true?
The only reason why I hit him is because he didn't know how to pull his pants up, and that's like a really important thing to my parents. I don't want to bring someone home that doesn't know how to dress, doesn't know how to talk correctly at least, and my mom is a huge, English is serious with her. So I just wanted to prep him first and get him, together, and then introduce him to my family.
And that didn't work?
It worked. He portrayed himself as a respectable young man.
And they respected him?
Yes, they did.
All right. Good. My wife, middle class, father engineer, she didn't worry about them accepting me because I was in college when we met. And her parents knew I was a thug because they had even heard that I had been a thug. That boy Linda Dayton used to be a thug, but they still accepted me, and that encouraged me. And it was a great example for me as a family. I'd never really been around a two-parent household, middle-class folks. I was from the ghetto, the project, didn't have a father, and didn't even know how a family operated, quite frankly. So that was a good example for me. My in-laws supported me, and it worked out well. We're now 30 years married. We met each other in '80, so that will be 35 years we will have been together since that. And I think I did all right by them. I think it paid off in terms of them sticking with me. And so I'm glad to hear that your parents gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Sounds like you messed it up.
No.
You thought I was gonna say he messed it up. You messed that up. Breaking his heart. Could have been a lovely couple.
I don't think so, because we got together.
You did. You ran off with a woman.
No, but we got back together.
You ran off with a woman on him.
Right.
Could have been the next Greg and Linda Mathis. Tell me how he owes you this $4,200 for a collections bill.
Okay, on August 31st, 2013, I got a car in my name for him, and he was responsible for every payment afterwards. I only put $500 down payment for the car, which happened to be 1 month of my school tuition. So I told him.
Linda wouldn't do that. Go ahead.
So afterwards, everything after the down payment was his responsibility, and we both agreed on that as well. And I also have the paperwork showing that.
Let's see it, please. And what did he say when it came time to pay?
3 weeks after I bought the car, he got pulled over for making a wrong turn, and they found narcotics in the car and impounded the car. And because he had narcotics...
What type of narcotics?
Marijuana, I believe.
Yeah, weed.
Yes.
So you making illegal turns with weed in the car. Were you high already?
Nah.
All right.
So then I received a letter in the mail stating that the bank was going to repossess the car back and resell it to someone else and not get the remaining balance, which is over the $11,000. And just recently, I got a letter stating that the collections was going to settle for $4,200, and I also have that as well as a promissory note that Antonio Moore signed.
Okay, let's see it. You thought I was going to say he messed it up. You messed that up. Breaking his heart. Could have been a lovely couple.
I don't think so, because we got together.
You did. You ran off with a woman.
No, but we got back together.
You ran off with a woman on him.
Right.
Could have been the next Greg and Linda Mathis.
Plaintiff Alana Davis is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Alana cheated on him with a woman.
Sir, what do you say to this?
Well, first off, I want to go back to the when we got the car. We was actually looking for a used car because I don't need nothing, new and fancy. But we didn't have no luck with finding it.
Didn't have any used cars available.
No, it's just it was just like when we go to one dealership, there'd be like something come up like, oh, well, you gotta wait or something like that, or something would always come up.
And what would come up?
They wouldn't answer the phone. They never answered the phone.
Didn't want your money.
Right.
Yeah.
When you went in, you test drive the car, you look at it, you say, I want this one, and I'll be back tomorrow doing business hours to pay.
They never got back to us. They didn't. They never got back to it.
Did you ever think of driving back to the location? Did that ever dawn on you?
No, we just moved on to another dealership. It was
For a new one.
Yes.
So as a result, you put her $11,000 in debt and have not paid. That's essentially what you just said.
Not on purpose.
Why haven't you paid her?
Because when we first got the car, it was like spur of the moment. So we never really came up with no payments or whatever. It was like basically as long as it, I mean, I knew the car was mine, but it was like basically like whatever, cause wherever I fell short, by her being my girl at the time, she was gonna, uplift me or whatever at the time. But it didn't last that long cause the car got impounded. As far as paying her back, I don't remember that letter saying all of that, but I signed it. I signed it though, so she wouldn't keep, nagging me and calling me about that.
Did you go to college or anything after you left prison or jail?
No.
Why?
I just worked. I needed work. I needed work. So
Okay, you can do both. You ever heard of that? Both. Yeah. Work and go to school, like many women do. Like many women, they raise kids, they work, and they go to school. And you get these sorry, weak brothers who play tough. I'm the man. I've been to jail. I've been this. I've been that. When you say work and go to school, I can't do both. I can do one or the other. I'm too weak for that. Man up. Go to work. Go to school. You can't work and go to school at the same time. Judgment for the plaintiff, his only defense is a bunch of mumble jumbo about you said you would have him if he ever failed. You know he owe you, and he don't remember exactly what this says because he can't work and go to school at the same time. That's too hard. You can only do one thing at a time. Well, then go to school. That should be the thing that you do. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
I just prefer to just not have anything to do with each other for now.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah.